How's it going, guys? Welcome to this week's weekly forecast, and we'll be looking at the upcoming week on how we are going to approach the markets. So to recap on last week's mentorship video, we were expecting dollar to keep pushing to the upside. But remember, as it's always the case, you need to be in a position to react to the market when price opens on a Monday. So in that case, we had a weaker dollar the whole of last week. Dollar was weak, and if I'm to highlight here, sorry about that. If I'm to highlight here, this bearish order block on a weekly time frame, I've highlighted that candle for the past 3 or 4 weeks to say that price is going to be finding what? Resistance there. There's going to be sellers that are coming into the market. There's going to be a lot of institutions looking to sell the dollar when it approaches what? 90.82. So when dollar opened on Monday and we had signs of weakness, that gave us the opportunity to long pound, long euro USD. So that is just a recap from last week's mentorship video. Now regarding the upcoming week, guys, nothing much is gonna change on my forecast. And when it comes to dollar, I expect dollar to gain momentum. I expect the dollar to fight back, though we've got a probability that we're gonna keep seeing weakness heading back to 89.80. So now if I'm expecting dollar to be strong, from which level now? That when the 89.80 level comes into play, you need to be reactionary to what price is doing. You see? Yes, you can wait for a level to be reached, but you must be in a position to interrupt your analysis and then analyze according to the market conditions. So now you can clearly see price is right into our weekly bullish order block, the one shaded with the blue color. That's where we anticipate price to find support and rally to the upside. We expect price to find demand zones and then rally to the upside, meaning that on your entry time frame, which is H4 or H1 or daily, you need to be looking out for bullish order blocks. You need to look out for fair value gaps to the downside being filled and price rallying upwards. As you can see, last week I highlighted this fair value gap here, right? And above that fair value gap, we've got what? We've got buy stops. There's liquidity up there, but we also have liquidity below 89.80. So now when you're looking at a lower time frame, since you're anticipating price to rally, when you go to a lower time frame, you can see how price found resistance on our weekly bearish order block. Now the 89.80, the 89.80 level, which is this area here, it's in this zone that I'll be looking for long opportunities, right? As long as price is still up here, I'm willing to wait, right? But if we break below this low here, right, it means we are going to retest this level. So it's around 89.50 that I'll be anticipating price to find strong support and rally to the upside all the way to our weekly bearish order block, or all the way to fill up the fair value gap on a monthly and then rally. So that's what I'm expecting on dollar index, I'm expecting price to trade lower, maybe probably Monday and Tuesday, but the rest of the week I'm expecting price to rally to the upside. So my main lookout, what I'll be looking out for on the dollar index is mostly strength. I'm expecting strength to come back into dollar index. With that said, it means I'm going to be looking for shorts on fiber and on cable, and I'll be looking for longs on USD-CAD and USDCHF. See, and I'll also be looking for longs on USD-JPY. So I hope you understand. Of course, it's just a short analysis, because most of the work has already been done. If you haven't watched the previous week's weekly outlook, I suggest you go back and look, because now it's a case of us waiting for the levels to be reached, and then we can make a decision to trade from that level or not. So now we're gonna look at EURUSD. EURUSD, the opposite applies. I'll be looking for short trades in this range here. This is the range where I'll be hunting for shorts, right? The moment dollar trades lower, when dollar trades lower to the downside, we're expecting fiber to trade higher, and already you can see on a daily we have reached a short-term bearish order block, right? We have reached a short-term bearish order block. So if dollar trades, if I'm expecting strength in dollar, then I'll be expecting fiber to trade lower, right? But the more we get weakness in dollar, then expect EURUSD to test the 1.22, 1.23 price point, which comes in at an old bearish order block. I hope you understand perfectly. It becomes easy, guys, for you to trade these assets here once you understand what dollar is going to be doing. It becomes very easy. So now with that said, expecting strength in dollar index, I'll be expecting weaker on the euro. So now regarding with the guys in the group, we also talked of EURCAD in the group. This is the analysis that we have currently on EURCAD, where we are expecting price to find resistance and trade lower. And Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, we did manage to short EURCAD here, and that was a very good trade. The guys in the group, I'm sure you can concur. But now we have seen now price trading higher, and our fair value gap has been filled. Interesting, you see. Now if we're expecting weakness in euro, if we are expecting strength in dollar, what is EURCAD going to do? It's going to trade lower, right? You see how the things becomes easy. It becomes very easy and straight to the point. You won't be looking for what's not there. The moment you start seeing other items, then you're in trouble. Above the 50% mean threshold of our daily bearish order block on EURCAD, there's buy stops. We've got buy stops above there, right? Which I'm expecting price to clear up. Once we clear up those buy stops, I'm expecting price to falter and trade lower. This can only be supported by a what? A stronger dollar. The moment we see further weakness on dollar index, then expect EURCAD to also rally, right? Expect EURCAD to rally to the upside. Now NZDUSD, this is also from the mentorship group. I'm not sure who suggested this pair, but anyway, be that as it may, expecting dollar strength, then NZDUSD, we need to be hunting for short trades. And you can clearly see the price action now on NZDUSD. Price reached our 50% mean threshold of our weekly bearish order block. Let me highlight that weekly bearish order block so that you can see clearly. Right, you can see we've got price trading just above our weekly bearish order block and found resistance and turned lower. Right, this bullish move from last week, that green, the last green candle that we've got on NZUSD, you see, goes hand in hand with the weakness which we saw on dollar. Dollar was falling the whole of last week. NZUSD was moving to the upside. So now, expecting strength in DXY will further support weakness in NZUSD. And you can see already price has reached the 50% mean threshold and found resistance and trade lower. Right, you can clearly see this would have been a trade which anyone would have taken on a Friday. Right, price came back on Thursday, tested the 50% mean threshold and dropped. You see, it dropped 43 pips, guys. 43 pips guaranteed. Of course, you wouldn't have got all of them. You'd have got maybe 40 or 35 pips, but still that would have been a lot on a Friday. Right, so now I'm expecting price to find resistance in this gray shaded area. If it happens that dollar keeps on trading lower, if it happens that weakness keeps coming in dollar index, then expect NZUSD to trade to this last up candle here, most preferably the 50% of this candle, before we start seeing any drop to the downside. So tomorrow's price action in regards to dollar index is very crucial. It's important that we see Monday's trading range on dollar index for us to be in a position to capitalize the rest of the week on these pairs. Now, I did also ask the guys in the group to send me their analysis regarding USDCHF. And surprisingly, I only got one response, which is quite demoralizing, to say the least, because I expect a lot from you guys. But anyway, be that as it may, I'm going to touch up briefly on it so that you know what you're going to be looking out for. So USDCHF, if we're expecting strength in dollar index, it means we are also expecting USDCHF to lift off from those lows that it has reached. Right, it's not guaranteed, but in terms of bias, if we are short on dollar, we are also going to be short on USDCHF. If you are expecting dollar to gain strength, then expect USDCHF to rally to the upside. So now, looking from a monthly point of view, I'm going to switch to my line chart. I'm just going to focus on the last quarter. Let's say the last 6 months. So that's from now until last year, July, right? But that does not mean we have to neglect that which is coming in. That's the low, the closing price of I think that should be 2014 if I'm not mistaken. But still, be that as it may, let's focus on the last 6 months. We clearly have market structure break here. We had this low coming in at we've got this low coming in at 90357, 90357. We're gonna put that to our institutional price point, 90360, 90360. Right, that's our institutional price point. And we also have this short-term high here, which was formed there. Then we've got this. I have to highlight this low here, right? That low, there was a market structure break here. Then we need to just extend it all the way to 2022. Then I also need to highlight, because in relation to current price action, you can't ignore those last two lows that I've highlighted. you can't just ignore them, you see, because they are going to be important when we do our analysis. So now that's the levels that I'll be looking at on a monthly chart. You see that the moment I switch to a candlestick chart, so that I can see my price action, you see here, that's the closing price of the last down candle, closing price of the last down candle. You can see there, that's the closing price. It disregards the wick. Remember the line chart. That's the closing price of our down close candle, which in this case was validated as a bullish order block here, but eventually it was violated again there, then price traded lower. That is very important to note, because we expect if price comes there, then we're expecting to short the market. So now with those levels highlighted, I'm going to switch to a weekly chart. No, but first, before I switch to a weekly chart, let me highlight this bullish order block here. Now I'm going to switch to a weekly chart. Right, so now on the weekly chart, you can see market is ranging for the past 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 weeks. Market is in a tight range. We haven't had a clear close above or below the range, right? We are ranging. Why? Dollar is doing what? Dollar is also hitting a demand zone, old lows, right? So I'm expecting USDCHF trade to break out to the upside. I'm expecting USDCHF to trade higher. Now on the weekly chart, right? On the weekly chart, what we can clearly see, number one, we've got the range. Market is in a range. We've got down close candle, up close candle, down close candle, up close candle, in a tight range. So I'm just gonna highlight the range. Okay, that was straight to the pip. Gonna highlight the range. So that's the range on a weekly, and we also have this low here. Just extend this a bit so you got January, February, March. Right, now when I get back to my candlestick, you can clearly see the price action now, right? Now let me switch back to a monthly chart. There's one thing which I need to highlight for you guys there, right? So we put a fair value gap here on the monthly chart. We've got price fair value gap, which I expect to be filled at some point in time. The moment dollar gains momentum, I expect price to fill up this fair value gap. So now let me just switch back to my weekly chart, and you can see the fair value gap is coming in after range high and our last down close candle, which was broken to the downside, making now validating this level. Remember, that's our monthly bullish order block, which was broken to the downside. It's now been validated as a support, which has turned into resistance, a demand level, which has now turned into a supply zone, meaning that will be the target. The moment we're anticipating dollar to trade higher, we're also looking for USDCHF to trade higher. So this will be your target on USDCHF. So now let's go to a daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, you can see we had market taking out this intermediate short-term low, That was on a Friday. Market took out that low. Okay, this is our down close candle which was taken out. Taken out means it was violated, guys. The buyers there, they were absorbed and price traded lower, right? And price traded lower, meaning when price comes back there, if you are that person who's like to scalp, this level here, the 0.88614 is a good level for scalping to the downside. That means short trades to the downside. Now on the daily time frame, number one, we've got a bearish order block there. That's on a daily time frame now. Bearish order block. And we also have another one here inside our monthly bullish order block, right? We just borrow this guy here. Let me specify clearly daily. So that's our D1 bearish OB. And then we also have another one here, our D1 bearish OB. Take note, guys, I didn't highlight any bearish OB here. What do you think is the main reason? The main reason there is because the price action is not clear enough to validate any up close candle there as a bearish order block. That's on a daily. But if you go to a lower time frame, H4, H1, you're going to see that in this price action here, there is a whole bunch of bearish order blocks where price was finding resistance and trading lower. So now I just need to focus on the ones that I've highlighted, and then we also have this one here. Now this is the most interesting one, right? This is the most interesting one. This one now is not a bearish, it's a bullish order block. This one is a bullish order block. So that's a daily bullish order block, meaning that's where we're going to be hunting for our long entries, and specifically if price reaches the 50% main threshold. Just move this down here. So that's our 50% main threshold of the daily bullish order block. 50% main threshold, D1 bullish OB. This should be normal to you guys. It should be a normal thing to do, mostly during the weekend. You can see right now I'm doing it Sunday afternoon. Market is closed. I can see clear price action. I'm not working with any open market. I've already seen my commitment of traders report. It helps me to come to a decision on whether I should be long this or short that and all that. So I'm expecting the moment dollar is trading all the way down to, okay, let's switch back to dollar index. The moment dollar trades lower, right, which is highly possible, to the 89.80, the moment dollar is trading lower, or all the way to the 89.50 price point, right? The moment dollar is doing that, expect also USDCHF to trade lower, right? And 0.87950 on USDCHF is the ideal, is the optimum entry point for those that are looking to go long, right? It's the optimum. The reason why I'm saying optimum is because it's going to reduce your risk. If you go smash and bang when market opens on Monday, your stop loss is going to be huge, because you're going to need to have your stop loss way down below there, right, for you to be safe. But the moment you go long here, it means you have already eliminated the other risk, right? You have eliminated a huge risk. So with the dollar, with the way I'm anticipating dollar to trade lower, remember, Monday's price action is crucial. Dollar might not trade lower, it might just start rallying, right? The moment it rallies, then expect also USDCHF to trade higher. Now let's see on the H4 price action. On H4, this is the level which I was saying, a good scalping zone for those people who scalp. 15 pips, 15 pips to the downside. That's a scalping position. So you could see price playing around there, or trade all the way lower to the downside, where is our daily bullish order block. So this is our daily bullish order block, 50% mean threshold. This is where I'm only expecting to, if USDCHF trades here, then I'm smash bang, I'm going to the upside. I'll be trading higher. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys regarding USDCHF. That's what I was expecting people to submit their assignments, which most people really didn't do. So yeah, be that as it may, I'm sure you can have a good clear picture now from what I've told you and what I've analyzed, and I'm sure you cannot be blind. You won't just get into the market without knowing exactly what you are doing. So you can also see this is our weekly. For those who are scalping, this would be a good target, 20 pips to our weekly price point of 0.88320, right? Those that are scalping. And it can also be a good entry position to the upside, though I'm expecting price to test the daily bullish order block. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it, guys. Expecting dollar strength. Probably Monday is going to be a weaker dollar, but if that's not the case, then it will be easy for us to trade on Tuesday and the rest of the week. So I'm expecting dollar strength, expecting euro weakness, and I'm expecting EURCAD to also trade lower. I'll be hunting for short trades, also hunting for short trades on NZDUSD, and I'll be hunting for longs on USDCHF, and I'll be hunting for short trades on GBP USD. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. And NZDJPY, we are going to be hunting for short trades. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for today. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it helps a lot to get more subscribers, to be great for the support and everything. If you haven't subscribed, just click the subscribe button below or at the top right. You can just click subscribe. For those that have comments or those that want to reach out, you can just send me a message, Telegram, Facebook, email. All my details are below or from the website. Get in touch. Let's grow the community and be minded good traders, not just reactionary traders or short-term glory traders. Remember, this should be something which you should do to sustain your future, and the rest is not a short-term career. Make sure you are doing this for the long. So yeah, I wish you guys good luck in the coming week and happy trading. Thank you.